tonight is Chris Camp. He is Maddie Camp, our cheerleader's dad. He was our motivational speaker at Nationals. Chris, come on.
Let's go! Woo! Girl, what was the quotation marks? I hit a motivation. How y'all doing? Well, all y'all cheerleaders, y'all can't be quiet. Okay? All right. So, Miss Emily said, thank you very much, Miss Emily. I'm Coach Cam. I am your motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, but more importantly, I am a dad of Maddie Camp, and that is awesome, right? So she asked me to say a few things tonight. And I was sitting there thinking as I came in, what would I talk about? What would I talk about? What would you guys want to hear as you guys enjoy some delicious barbecue? Coleslaw was really good, by the way. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let the night tell me. So I didn't write anything. It's a true story. So when I came in, I was kind of looking around. I was getting a feel for the evening. And by the way, Miss Emily said I had, what, 40 minutes, 45 minutes? 5 minutes. It's a little less than what I thought. Okay. So I'll get straight to the point. Now I'm down to 4. So as I came in, I was looking around, and a couple of things started to grab me. And the first person to come up and speak said something that immediately struck a thought for me. And I was like, you know what? They're exactly right. And the first opening line was, it takes a village to raise a child. I started thinking about how important it was to apply that to cheerleaders. And I said, you know what? It may take a village to raise a child, but it takes an entire city to raise a cheerleading team. And I'm going to tell you something. Over the last year, I've learned a lot. Yeah, Coach Camp is the title I go by, and I am actually a coach. I've coached a lot of sports over the years. Right now, I'm a boy back in the back. Robert Carter, my assistant coach. Throwing a shout out to you, Rob. So that said, I understand the importance of what it means to be a mentor, to be a leader, and to show these young ladies what it means to not just be a cheerleader, but to be a great sportsman, right? And I started thinking about how many of you played a role in where they are tonight. And I started thinking about how Mama Hen, Emily Parker, my wife, how many times so many of these ladies in here, and I don't want to start naming names because I will forget somebody and that would be offensive. I have seen you guys pour your heart and soul into working on lots of projects, raising money, just being there for them. And I thought to myself, what does that mean? I mean, is it just the fact that you love cheerleading so much? I don't think so. It's that you love your children so much. It's that you understand how important this is for them. It's not just cheerleading. You're not just getting on a field and cheering. You're not just going to a competition. You are structuring and building, and you are investing in their lives. And I said, man, that's deep. That's solid. That is real. And I started thinking about how important not just any sport, but in particular cheerleading is. Because one of the themes says what it means to be a cheerleader. Before this year, Maddie had cheered several times, it's true, but never, of course, in a school event. Never something that required so much of her for such a long period of time. She dedicated herself. I remember so many times her coming in and quitting. Only 5 minutes later to say, I ain't quitting. She loved it. It was hard. But you know what I know? If it's not hard, you don't grow. If it's not hard, you don't change as a person. If it's not hard, it really didn't matter. And so I learned a lot this past year. Not just being her dad, but watching these girls as a team grow. Cheerleading does matter. It matters much more than just cheering on the team to win. And so when I started thinking about who all influenced the coaches, Miss Casey, Miss Vicki, how much work and how much dedication they put into these girls, I realized at that point that this mattered. And I thought, as a coach, I want to put this into context, and then I'll be done. Because I know I'm like really close. There's a red light probably flashing in the back of the road. It's like, dude, you're almost there. So I'm going to bring it in. There's not a red light back there. When I started thinking about coaching and all the teams I'd been a part of, I wanted to relate that to cheerleading. Because this was the first year that Maddie had cheered in such a competitive nation. I started thinking about all the practices. I started thinking about the different competitions. Something came to mind. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I want you to think about how long it takes for 2 minutes to go by. I've probably already talked before. These ladies dedicated themselves They worked hard for 9 months. Bruises, practicing routines, getting it wrong, only to eventually getting it right. You see, that to me, ladies and gentlemen, that is what it means to be a champion. You're not always going to come out on top over your competition. But when you dedicate yourself to something and you pour your heart and soul into it, I can't tell you how important that is, not only for yourself, but everybody around you. So ladies, I want to commend you. You went down to state. You came in third at state. You went down to the Deep South. You came in first at the Deep South. Then you ladies went to Disney. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but all of us parents aged a whole lot over that time. I may have lost my voice at some point. It was so amazing to see you girls face your nerves, put your training on the mat in front of the world to see. To come in 6th in the nation is something that you should be proud of for the rest of your life. So in conclusion, I'm just going to say this, girls. Saying I'm proud of you, that almost seems cliche. What I want to tell you is something more important than that. Each and every one of you. You changed me as a person. You helped me grow. Because when you were out on that mat, and I saw the nerves you had, and I saw how much you wanted it, and y'all walked off after being told you were 6th, I saw disappointment. That, my friends, is what a champion is. You wanted more, you expected more of yourself. We were all proud of you. Didn't matter if you didn't place at all. Didn't matter. We were all going to be proud of you. But you girls wanted more. I want you to take that drive into life. Always expect more from yourself. Work hard. Appreciate where you are. Don't take a single day on this earth for granted. Not one day. Never. Don't take a single day for granted. Work hard every time. And just know that what you're doing makes a difference. Whether it's cheerleading, whether it's your schoolwork, whether it's just mentoring your friends. You're going to impact a lot of lives. I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of that journey. And I got to say, coaches, parents, let's give it up for these ladies one last time. Love y'all. Let's give it a